Hello, welcome back to Thoughtbot's AI in Focus. Uh, I'm noticing our names aren't showing. And I was like, what's happening here? Well, I'm Chad Pytel, developer and CEO of Thoughtbot.
And I am Louis Antonopoulos, development team lead at Thoughtbot.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you've all been well. And since last week, we continue to work on ReadySetGo, our Rails powered application generator, although we're focused on the ideation stage of coming up with app ideas and refining them. And on last week's stream, we started to implement the sprint steps as agents with the goal of going through and keeping track of where in the sprint we are. We introduced the step field, and we gave our agent a tool to be able to advance the step. And the next thing we've done, in addition to building out additional steps, is we've created a tool for editing, creating, reading what we call artifacts, which are documents, basically. Right now, it's just a big old text column that's going to hold some markdown.
Nice.
And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to hook up those tools to our agent. Louis, you want to show the global rules where it talks about how it should behave?
Yeah, let me first do the sort of rundown of where we are since last week.
Cool.
So we'll add me to here. So since last week, we did some tooling with the agent prompts. One of the things we found was, like, rather than having the agent read the skill to know its instructions, it just became much clearer to just say, here are your instructions. It's a little security work here, a little developer effort. So Steve, so let's see, Steve did that. All right, so then we have the artifact tools that Chad was just talking about, the global sprint rules we're going to go through, an improvement to the UI where our agent is just going to start querying us to drive us towards the sprint. That's a nice user experience improvement. And let's see, the rest I think are all some small things going along. So let's take a look.
And that you might have noticed there's a few things in there like terms and conditions and that kind of thing. Just continuing to drive towards launch, we've got to do like additional level stuff for the product. So
for sure. Did you want me to start with the overall sprint guidance?
Yeah, I think so. Just so because if you've watched the stream before, you saw we're basing this off of some existing skills that we have that we use during the sprint, and all those write markdown files to disk. One of the benefits of Ready Set Go is it's more of a shared experience as well. So this is a multi-user system. Multiple people can be in the chat. Artifacts can be created. Other users who have access to the project can see them. And so we want them to be in the database and available within the UI. So we have taken the existing thing and places where it would have said like write a markdown file or that kind of thing. We've changed it to say create an artifact.
Right, create an artifact. And we are hoping, and one of the things we'll discover on the stream today is how good the agent is at understanding that particular instruction. And I have high hopes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I've found not only on this project but on other projects as well, is that once you give the agent a tool, and assuming the tool is well named and it makes sort of sense in what the agent is doing, it will be pretty proactive in using tools. So like if you remember, Lewis, when we introduced the change step tool, we never needed to tell the agent advance the step. Like the rules just say,
Right, like
get
go.
when you get to this point, you can advance the step, and the agent just automatically knows how to do that because we gave it a tool to advance the step.
For sure. One of the interesting things though I found about that one particularly, so if we just like pull that up,
Yeah.
Before, like, we had this as like changes the current sprint step, the sprint steps are, and then this list of steps.
Mm-hmm.
And in testing, and in this case, I was directly telling the agent, let's go to the next step. And it was putting in like numbers.
Yeah.
It was putting in like the wrong thing. And so I went with a little more clarifying here to be like, the argument is this. And so we could also have the params where we tell it, here are the arguments. So I'm curious for today to see how it does with this improved instruction for how to populate this.
Yeah.
So we have our overall instructions in this sprint MD, which is quite long, but this is the guiding the everything for the sprint. And then our kickoff agent is going to be like the first agent that takes the lead in building the sprint. And so we're pulling in that full document here. And one of the reasons we're doing this way is that in working and doing some testing offline, what Chad found, what I found, like, is that when you set off a new agent and you say, here are your instructions, it actually overwrites the one system prompt on the chat. So it's like the chat has one system prompt, and I think we were thinking like it would get a new one, but in fact, it just overwrites it.
Yeah,
so
it turns out that some LLMs do support multiple system prompts, but Anthropic Claude specifically doesn't. It only supports one. And this is important. People, I don't know that everyone realizes that the way LLM conversations work is every time there's a chat interaction, the entire chat is resent again. So you can change the system prompt, and that's okay because the entire chat is resent every time you type a message to the LLM.
Yep. I think there's some caching things that I know we have like a to-do to look at to try sort of improve the like the token usage of that, because obviously these chats are going to get very long. And also another part of that experience is that the agent also looks at, or I should say like at the Anthropic side, like it is looking at system prompt, but it is also looking at every message that came along with it for guidance as part of its like overall context of what I know, how I'm acting, how I'm talking, that kind of thing. So we'll see that some more, but back to what we're doing. So we have this main sprint argument, which is guiding like how does this entire process from beginning to end, these are the rules for that. And then this agent has this context in it. Has this context in it. And then also this is the current step we're in, and this is what we're going to do in this step. And so if we look at our other instructions, when we move past the kickoff step to the customer focus step, we have our main guidance, but now new sub guidance for our system prompt for this is what this step is about. So with that in mind, do we want to jump straight into like starting a chat, or should we add the tool
Let's
to
add
its
the tool.
tool?
Let's go over to the code. People want to see code. That's what they tune in for.
All right. So we have our agent. Let's jump over to the spec. So right now we have our expected tools as change sprint step, and we're going to want to give it our other tools. So if we look at something like our app generation tool, I'm sorry, not that one. App gen agent spec. Like for this one, we have our list of expected tools. We have a shared set of expectations that it acts a certain way with the tools that make sure they're all coming from our tool classes, and then make sure that this list matches the list there. So, all right, back up over here. So we have change sprint step is one of its tools. And if we look at our other tools that we have, all right, so we've got our edit artifact tool. And actually, you know, before I do this, let's just do a quick check. Are we green? Just gonna run the non-system tests.
And you said you already created a branch, right?
Yep. We are on the, let's just double check. Yeah, we're on this capture artifacts branch. And so this has the work I've done. Also, if you were tuned in last week, we talked about dropping the discovery sprint model and now hanging everything off the project. That simplifies a lot of the code, where last week we had to like make some assumptions, grab the first, grab the last. Now we're just going straight off the project to reference the sprint step. But yeah, that's our branch right now. We are green, so let's make things not green. So we have edit artifact. We have
read artifact.
We have read artifact. And I guess, do we want it to have the list artifacts?
Yeah.
Probably, so that it knows what to do and which ones exists. Edit, list, read. I think that's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if we run our tests, we should have a failure. And if not, I did something wrong. There we go. Cool. So here we go. We expected to have this list. The actual collection was that. So let's go to our agent and let's add in the tools. So change sprint step tool, edit artifact tool, list. Is it not?
I don't know why. There
we go. And read artifact tool. One of the things I remember when we were working with files in the local file system, we also like needed like a rename and a delete. Are we gonna, I guess, hold off on those for now until we know we need them?
Yeah, I didn't add them, but yeah, we probably will need them eventually.
Okay, cool. All right, so for today's work though, let us do our check. Awesome. So we have all our tools. We know that all our tools inherit from our tool class and all the other things that we expect out of that. Sweet. Where do you want to go next?
I think in theory, if we go over and we go start a kickoff, it's gonna hopefully create artifacts.
Let's see what happens. What kind of app would you like to build today?
I'm looking around around me for inspiration.
That is a tried and true approach.
Okay, we both wear glasses. We're gonna make a new e-commerce store for glasses to compete against.
Okay.
What's this? Warby Parker. We're gonna take them on.
Okay. Do we want to say that here? Warby Parker, if you're watching, we're not really building this. But
or are we?
Okay. Do we have
Parker, it'll be called Parby Worker.
Indeed. All right. All right. And now previously, so this is like behind the scenes, this is generating an app and all that, but it's not actually gonna pull this in. So I'm gonna at least grab that and I'm gonna say create app. Because right now, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, we're not feeding this yet to the sprint.
I actually forget whether we are.
Okay. Might be something that we like consider later. Also, one of the things we were talking about just earlier today is like for the experience to drop you straight here and we just jump right in. So like at this point, the agent would say, right, what's the idea? And so you would put in your information. So let's paste that. So sorry, I just realized what it's a Warby Parker, an e-commerce store for glasses to compete with. Oh wow! Wait, which is which, Chad?
The actual thing. So you got to change. It's Parby Worker.
Right. Okay, that is the right. Yeah, okay. All these words seem like completely made up words now. Okay. And this is an e-commerce store for glasses to compete with Warby Parker. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna hit send. All right, so the assistant is thinking. You're building a store to compete with them. So before we go deeper, do you have anything written down already? Notes, customer research, designs, etc. So paste it in, and then a privacy check. Is there anything in this idea that's confidential or sensitive? Okay, and then we'll dig into the real why behind this, see what the competitor is not doing, and why we're the right people to build this, and what's still unclear. Cool. How do you want to go here?
So it's asking us a question which sort of got buried by the it's asking, do we have anything written down? So we could just say, no, we don't have anything written down.
Nothing written down yet. It was just a feeling that overcame us today. There's an opportunity here. All right. That's honest. The feeling is often where the best ideas start, but let's ground it. What specifically triggered that feeling today? Was it something you saw them doing poorly, a conversation, frustration with your own experience, or something else entirely? I don't know. Let's just say, so I was remembering my last glasses buying experience and had some inspiration on how it would go better. Walk me through it. What actually frustrated you about that experience? What went wrong or felt clunky? I'll speak from some real truth here. So feeling like the salesperson was pushy, wasn't listening to my needs. I was feeling jealous about other sales people that other people got. That felt like they were really listening to what I wanted. To what? Yeah, sure. Okay. The salesperson didn't hear you, saw other people getting that attentive experience and didn't. So that's a specific pain. All right, the interesting question, why do you think, so their model, which explicitly removed the optician, didn't solve this for you? Was it their online experience felt impersonal? The virtual try-on didn't work. So here, it wasn't their experience,
right,
that was wrong. Like it was an in-person experience that was.
And so maybe we should say we're just using Warby Parker as an example of what we want to do.
Example of what we want to build, not anything specific about their flow or approach. So we're looking to improve on their model. I'm inspired by what they did, moved glasses buying online, and I want to do the same thing, but you haven't identified what's distinctly yours. Okay, that's the real question then. What would your glasses store do differently from Warby Parker? Not an execution. I mean, what's the actual
Warby Worker? I mean,
is it is it a different kind of customer, a different experience, different frames, or different price? So pause here. If we were doing this in person, Chad, would you have expected that any of this so far would have been captured like as an assumption or anything else? Or are we still in that we're just talking right now?
I think we're just talking right now, but I think we're getting to the point where I would expect that it would start capturing something.
Okay.
So let's
maybe try to guide
we're
it.
Making this up, right? So
yeah.
What do Warby Parker, but
is it a different customer, a different experience? How about this? I'm going to try and guide it a little bit. I just had this feeling that if the UI made the choices which are
Ooh, an
overwhelming.
AI powered glasses generator. I don't want to have. What if what it looks at my pictures of me and automatically recommends glasses? That would be good.
Okay. Cool. All right. So let me add that on. So if UI made the choices, I don't know, easy to digest, which are overwhelming in number, both online and in a store, I might get to a happy purchase feeling faster. Okay. Maybe even we could have some kind of AI, I don't know, evaluation helper, face visualizer. Sure. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. So the core frustration maybe isn't the Pershi, it's the sheer number of choices overwhelms you before you even get to the listening part. So when I say the choices are overwhelming, what specifically? So yeah, too many frames and styles, what looks good on me, lens options for sure. And then, okay, so AI evaluation, face visualizer. What's the job the tools are doing? The AI is helping me feel confident about what I choose and why, and acting as I don't know, like acting as a person that's that I don't know came with me to the glasses store to help me. All right, so I want an AI companion, maybe not just a tool, something that helps me navigate the frames. All right, so we're materially different from their approach. Okay, cool. We've moved on to the next part. Why do you think you're the right person to build this? What do you know about glasses, e-commerce, AI, or running a direct-to-consumer brand that positions you to do this better than, say, the next person? And the flip side, what's unclear to you? So I still see here the thing that we've been working against it, where it's asking multiple questions, and that's hard in a chat conversation to branch and in your head keep the branching. I don't know if we have any guidance for that, but I do want to keep like working on that front. But meanwhile, here where we are, I don't know. What do you want to say here? Like again, like
We've
how can we get it?
chosen like an actual legitimate business. It's and now it's like, well, we're just making this up, dude.
How about this?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we should start pretending that we are like someone who's built a DTC brand before.
Sure. I've built a DCC brand. I have e-commerce and AI experience. Sure. All right, so we have a real advantage. And before we move forward, that's a good sign. He wants to move forward. Do you know the glasses market? I know the market, like the glasses on my face. I do love when it appreciates small attempts at humor. All right, so strong starting position. Let me check what's actually unclear to you at this point. You've got the core feeling. What's fuzzy? I don't know what's fuzzy to us right here.
Maybe the concrete flow, we could say.
It's like, do you want to build concrete or glasses?
Concrete glasses.
Okay, it's exactly where we're going to work out over the next few steps.
It just edited an artifact, which creates an artifact. So
Oh,
let me
sweet.
capture what we've got so far. Then we'll move on to the next step.
All right. So all right. We can see some styling issues here.
Yeah.
All right. We're not gonna. Whoops. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're not gonna go through the whole thing. And our tool result was true. Let's just take a quick look then at the database and see what we've got.
Yeah. Or if you go back, is there an artifacts index?
How do you mean? So sorry.
Is there
Oh,
an
like
artifacts
can we
index?
actually? Let me see. What do we have? Oh, I guess we could go back to projects and oh no, wait.
Artifacts
When
only
we
new and create.
when
Okay,
we
we don't
built
have-
it, we didn't do
have
the
the
list.
index
We
there.
just did the yeah. So that's on us from like 8 streams ago. But that's okay. That's totally okay. Yeah, let's see. Do we have it? And awesome. So we have a whole bunch of notes, and this should loosely map to, if we come back to our instructions and our kickoff agent instructions, what we're hoping to see here is this. So kickoff, idea, motivation, what's clear, what's fuzzy, domain knowledge. I'm not sure why my task switcher is on my other screen, what's making it a little challenging. And now if we bring up this. So I see kickoff. I'm not sure that do I see the other? I see idea. Okay. Motivation.
What's fuzzy.
Nice.
Motivation.
Okay.
Then
discussion notes. Here's discussion notes.
Okay.
And then it has some sub items under that, which is great, like synthesis thread. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Synthesis thread is something that's called out in the global instructions.
Okay.
As being part of what to do.
Awesome. All right. So that's a success. Let's commit what we have. So this is add artifact tools to kickoff agent. Cool. So truly all we did was we've just added the new tools and we're testing that they're there and they behave like tools. Well, that was, I'm a little bit in shock and very, very happy that that worked.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I want to go back to the chat now.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not quite sure what the assistant just sitting there is doing, but it did change the sprint step as well, I noticed.
Right. So now we're on customer focus. And
yeah. So
cool. All right. So let me see.
The artifact, we sort of got distracted by that. Then it typed us, it told us, okay, kickoff is locked in. We're going to customer focus now. It changed the tool to customer focus. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what this is about, but ready to move on.
I'm also puzzled by that last assistant message. Yeah. It might have just been like part of it might just have like streamed out of like out of order and not replaced
the last
it.
Question that it gave us then, which is
ready to move on. Yes. Where are we going next?
Yeah.
We might be in unhappy land now.
Yeah.
Where it's giving us the RubyLLM bad request error, invalid request, please check your input. And so I think if we look at like so now it is I think retrying the job. If we take a look over here. Because now it's not that so what we've done before is like if the tool call fails, we rescue that so it doesn't get in this state. So now the tool call succeeded, but something happened in the messaging where it is now in this state. And so chat response job is going to fire over and over again until it, errors out on like the third try. I'm actually going to stop the server here because it's not recovering anytime soon.
So do we
want
to try to look into this a little bit?
Yeah, I think
I don't want
so.
to get like super sidetracked, but it also keeps on happening, and now we have a.
I don't know, what else do we have? ID, and let's look at name. Okay, so it did read artifact, edit artifact, and change sprint tab. Sweet. So if we look at our tool call.last, and we look at the tool call ID and the message ID. So now, this is where it gets a little tricky. I want to look at the last couple before that. So this says good. Now I'll create it. That's before it calls it. Tool call ID here is nil. Immediately before that, then this is referencing the tool call ID 4, which is the actual tool call to edit the artifact. So, okay, so we have message 29 points to tool call ID 4. Note that tool call ID points to the one before it, message ID 28. If we looked at message 28, tool call ID is nil. Like this is the expected pattern. It it starts to do a tool call. It creates this empty.
My theory is that there's actually a formatting problem with the API requests being made to Anthropic, and I think if you'll humor me, if we did chat, this is going to be just chat.last, right?
Yep.
And then we do chat.ask. Oh, actually, is there a two?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. There's a lot here.
Yeah, there's a lot of good information in the 2LLM. It's just really hard to parse through.
Yeah. So if we do, and then we do response equals chat.ask.
I'll just do a hello. Sure.
Because that's what you typed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just .ask, right? There's no.
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay, input should be a valid
string. On messages, 30, content. So if we do chat dot messages 30.
Can you also do a quick check? Is that message.last?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's going to be, that's now our thing. Can we look at like last 3? So yes, where are we going next is what I asked. Then that was your question.
It's repeated a couple of times because the job keeps on.
Yeah. I want to go back further, but let's keep pursuing what you were looking at. So for now, sure, if you want to like update that content.
Well, I was going to look at what it was. Actually, what we probably want to do is chat.to LLM 30, right?
Maybe go off of messages first. No, I'm sorry.
That's
Chat2LLM messages. Yeah, let's even see if that's a thing. Also, there's an M that ran away.
Thank you. No.
If you do chat2LLM dot messages, do we get anything?
So so then the content dot text.
What's just content? Is it anything?
It was the string true.
Oh.
So the error is input should be a valid string. Messages 30 content.
But that's just a Boolean. And if we look at the whole body of if we just look at the whole body of messages 30, what is in that? Like literally, like this is all we have. And this is where okay, yeah, we could try that. .30 .content .0 .text .text. See if that gets us anywhere.
It was dot content dot.
I think we might. I was gonna say, like, can we go? Let me scroll up for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can we access this directly?
So where is that
of
actually?
like basically if we go off of 2LLM, will it let us reference that? I see. It doesn't like that.
Right.
Okay. But if we do dot content, if we adhere, like that's just true. But also all these
Can we do another message? Can you do
Sure.
like 25?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I said. These are just all strings. So
one theory is if the markdown is breaking it, we could try changing that. It could be that the attachment is the thing that's breaking. We could like remove, like if we delete the artifact or change the artifact's content, we could see if that fixes it.
oh, I don't think the markdown is messing it up.
I was just saying though, wasn't it saying it was like invalid string or invalid format or?
No, it's saying. Well, actually, let's. Can we do like Claude? Oops, I spelled Claude.
Sure.
Wrong.
Actually, here let me just throw it in the Claude over here.
Mm-hmm.
Since it has the context. I'm on a new thread here, and so I just had it reread the project. Let me grab that. happened after a successful edit artifact tool call.
This token counter stresses me out.
It failed serializing message 30 as a text block. With a nil announcing text right after an artifact. Let me look at how tool results and messages get presented serialized. Sure, I really thought I had given it permission to do all of that, so that I don't have to keep telling it to give permissions to the gem. Like, while it's thinking. Okay, so we just have this at the current level.
Mm-hmm.
I might want to add an ability to just read the gem. Like, yes, you can access everything in ASDF. Yep, still looking at gems. While it's doing that, I'll just bring this one up over here. Do you have a theory on, like, is it grabbing an attachment for like every message? Like,
it's just checking to see whether there are attachments
on every single one, but like each one of these is like, I mean, this sure feels like an N+1 here.
Like we know that RubyLLM has tons of N+1 queries in it.
Yeah, got it. Which is why we disabled that check.
Yeah.
I sure would love to not have to look at that while trying to debug this, but hey.
You could turn it off. You could turn off SQL logging.
Yeah, let's do that. Where does that happen?
It's a command you can type into Rails console to change the Rails setting. I can look for it if you want.
Sure. Also, I tried. I went up to, no, I'm still on Opus. I was like, did I try Fable? But I am on that. Okay, it is actually just still working. So, and I have it at effort medium. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like having it take too long.
If you go to the console, I can type in the.
Yeah, go for it.
Paste in the command. Okay.
Now, if we do our last, sweet, thank you. Like, it's both informative to see, but for right now, while we're trying to troubleshoot this,
yeah,
painful. Okay, hang on. I don't know. I think it's gone off. All right, I'm gonna let it keep thinking, but I think it's kind of lost.
So right when it started, it said something about a nil error. It failed serializing message 30 as a text block with a nil non-string text right after an edit.
I don't know how it's assuming a nil. I guess it's just saying either of those would make it valid string.
Is 2LLM something that's on everything? Can
we
call 2LLM on message 30?
Oh, sure. Let's try. Yes. And it looks like it put it all on screen. And then 31. This is the TXGV. So then this is the next message. And then so here we have a content nil. No tool call, no tool call. I think this is probably the last thing we saw.
Right.
All right, let's see if it has come up with anything. Okay. The Anthropic request body where message 30 is an assistant block whose text is null. That comes from the serializer for anything that isn't that. So the content becomes type text nil. Anthropic rejects it. An empty string would serialize as that and give a different error. Somewhere in the chat, you have a persisted agent assistant message with content nil. Yep, and no tool calls, and that's this one, right? This one right here. So one thing we could do is we could just like set content here and see if our next chat ask works.
Right.
But then why is it happening? So in chat methods RB, persist message completion, and this is in there. I was kind of hoping this would dive into the gem, but that's fine. Or content for storage. But we have a persist new message override where if pending tool result, and let me just see why we have that. Oh, we're literally just overriding their method. Okay, cool. To collapse tool bubbles, build an unpersisted at the tool result boundary, which is then filled in by persist message completion. And so then the gem goes into complete, and then that comes up empty. I'm skimming this a little just because I think full comprehension will take a little longer. But functionally, I understand. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like, yeah, there's this idea of this, so like there's a poison record. So
it's possible that if this were persisted, then the content is going to be nil.
Yep.
Yeah,
it does want us to find that,
and I know it's message 30. So
I know, but I want to see it, Chad. I want to see it.
Oh, sorry, 32. Yeah.
Cool. And if we just look at that, right? So we have nil content, nil tool call ID. Do you want to read its fix, or did you want to keep going on what you were saying?
Can you the prevent recurrence? Stop persisting an assistant message that has neither content nor tool calls. The persistence path in the app's chat. I'd guard so an empty tool call less assistant turn isn't. Yeah. So what I was saying was if this message was persisted, like, and then I was going to go over and look at if you want to go over and look at schema.rb, does content have a default
on messages here? It does not.
Right. So I think we're probably on to something, because the way RubyLLM works, it creates the message models, then does the communication and saves it back, I believe. That's why we were overriding persist new message. It's related to that interaction. So let's try what you were saying, which is just set content on this message to be an empty string.
Okay, and now do another chat
message again and see whether we get an error.
Let me try. Whoops.
Must be non-empty. That's different. That's a different error. See, input should be a valid string. Now that it's empty, it needs to be non-empty.
Okay. So I don't know. I want to look at it one more time.
That one, but yeah.
So this was okay. It was an assistant message. Yeah, I guess sure. Let's try two things. Let's first try update its content to not empty. Sure, I don't know. I'm thinking. Okay.
Yeah. So now it's working again.
Awesome. Okay. Yay. We're closer to a fix now.
Yeah. So I'd guard an empty toolless call assistant turn isn't saving, mirroring the gem's own cleanup failed messages. Okay, this is good. I don't know that we want to spend more time on this right now, but this bug has been plaguing us, and I feel like we've now at least identified the cause.
Sure.
And we can figure out a fix.
Let me ask it to do. Just so that for the rest of the stream we don't have like run into that situation again, and just see what that looks like. Yes, you can run Rubicon. I promise. All right, so I'm not going to commit that right now. So we're overriding that. So we're calling super, and then we're returning, and then destroying it if it's empty. I think that's fine. Like again, like I don't think this is necessarily the fix. I just don't want to hold on to that for right now. All right, cool. Let's move on. Let's come back to here, and I'm gonna do a reload and restart that server. And then we'll dive back into the chat. And awesome. So here we have our last where are we? And we're moving into step 2. And it has a lot of questions. Okay, cool. I'm really glad we've narrowed that down, at least identified that. So yeah, that will be fantastic to have fixed. Okay. So do we want to keep answering this? Do we want to try and get it to edit an artifact? We could also try listing our artifacts, because we proved our core thing, which is that it will use tools when it thinks it will use the artifact tools.
Yeah, what I wanted to see, what I was hoping it would do was start capturing some assumptions as well.
Sure. We could lead the horse to water, and tell it I have an assumption. Or we could just keep going and see where it goes.
I think we say that it would be someone who needs new glasses and feels out of touch with what works on them.
And feels out of touch what?
With what works on them.
All right, so that's a segment. The prescription changed, the frames broke, they need new glasses, and they've lost confidence.
We will spend a lot on marketing.
All right.
We've lost the scrolling here for some reason.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if it's because I like hard reloaded.
It should still work, but yeah.
It should. That's not a switching trigger. That's a way to reach people. But it doesn't answer why they choose you once they know you exist. What's the product difference that would make someone switch?
This tool is too good. It's like...
Right? I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Our skill is doing its work.
It'll be better recommendations that are cheaper.
I'll keep scrolling. Hard question. Why would your recommendations be better than Warby? They also use virtual try-on and on price. Don't know their economics. Oh, there it is. There it is. Perfect.
Because if the answer is I'll figure that out later, yeah, do
That's
it.
an assumption. We'll log that as an assumption.
Did it do the tool call?
Not yet. I'm gonna jump in on it and say, I'm just gonna guide it. Aha, there we go. So it read the artifact assumptions board. Cool. And the result was, oh, interesting. Read artifact. Oh, right. So it should have called list artifacts. Or
wait, why should it have called?
Well, it wanted to read it, so it wanted to see the assumptions board, and then the result was it tried to call an unavailable tool.
Available tools, change sprint step. We didn't add, it's on second step, and we didn't add the tools to that step.
All right, cool. So now it just was like, all right, I'm just going to artifact.
Available.
And then edit, cool. I'm running a technical issue. Sweet. All right, let's fix that.
So actually, that's the reason why it didn't log the artifact assumption as well, because it didn't have a tool that said it could.
Yes. All right, so this is our customer focus agent spec, and we're going to look at our kickoff agent spec, and this change is the same. And if we run our test, it should fail. And while it's failing, we're going to grab the changes. And 16 failed. And now we're going to give it the same tools, rerun the tests. Sweet. All right. Let's jump back then.
And it's not going to just work because the system message doesn't include those tools, I bet.
At the point that it... Let's try something. Did that load? I'm gonna hard reload again. There it is. Can we go back? So here it called read artifact, and then so it didn't actually jump back. It is still on customer focus, but now it has the tool. So what do you want to revisit?
Are you sure it has the tool? Okay, yeah.
So then, cool. So let's just tell it. Let's for real log the assumption. Okay, done. Now we've got it logged and visible. Let's just take a quick look at what it looks like. Assumptions board. People buying glasses feel overwhelmed by choice. A guide would reduce that. Sourcing and margins are viable. Can offer. Founder flag. This is figure out later. Testing, validated, invalidated. Nice. All right. So it started to build our assumptions board. Fantastic.
Cool.
So we've got it working.
Yeah.
Which
And
is exciting.
I'm pretty confident that the reason why it didn't do it to begin with was because it didn't have the tool.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. All right, let's do the same thing, but now customer focus agent. We added the tools, we added the test. Awesome. Where are you feeling? Do you want to start trying to
I sort of want to see the artifacts over on
show them
the
over
side
here?
there. Yeah.
Me too. Me too. Okay. We talked about doing some fun turbo things. I think right now, because this was like a quick and dirty change, like right before the stream, so that we didn't have the server panel. Let me actually look at what that was. In here, actually, let me look at, because I did that as a separate commit in here. So what it did was, sorry, that was just the styling. And in our split grid controller, we're just accepting those two panels. And then in the actual show, so it took out the preview panel, and it's just, yeah, really nothing there.
Okay. There's nothing in it. Sure.
Okay.
So make a branch off of this one so that we have a new branch for this thing.
For like these changes, but the other ones?
No.
We're
about to be doing showing artifacts.
Sure.
Do we want to start a new branch that will be in?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to branch off of this. Show artifacts. I'm going to squash all these. And then that way at least we have the work. Job discovery sprint 2 panel UI artifact tools. This will help me later when I split things out and rebase them. All right, so here in show artifacts. Yeah, where do you want to start?
What was that in the view? You had the artifacts panel.
Yeah, so that was, so apps show. Let's pull up that. And let's close the others. Okay, so
what do you think about writing a spec to list that we see the list of the articles here, and then we can make that pass?
Yeah. Let's add a failing test for the artifacts. Whoops. Artifacts panel showing a list of artifacts. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, good. It looked at the request. Let me check the artifact factory. We'll pull that up and look at it as well. So right now, it is just creating a project and it has some content, so that seems fine. Also, I haven't like deeply looked at, if I could just take a look at the edit artifact tool, like to understand what it's doing. So we find or initialize based on the title, and then we update its content. So it's pretty straightforward. So that's nice. And let's see what test it's added. So in the apps controller spec, it lists the project's artifacts in the artifacts panel. So we create it. We create an artifact. We create a user on the team. We get it, and we assert that it has the title. Does that seem okay for you?
Yeah.
We could probably clean that up later. Let's just quickly run our tests. Then we'll jump to just that file. Just structurally, where are we? We're in the get, so that's fine, I think. Sure. Let's tell it go for it, and we'll start the commit of this. So list artifacts for now, sure. All right, so in our show, so it is doing stuff. Is that anything in there we want on the controller?
No, I don't think so.
Seems fine. Okay.
I would.
So let's run this file. It works. Let's look at our view. All right, we have stuff here, so that's cool.
Well, we could have it so that whenever an artifact is created or updated, it updates the list.
Sure. And let's now add a system test to verify the turbo behavior that when an artifact is created, it appears. And just take a look to semi-predict where it's going to want to put these. So we have our chat panel spec, chat streaming, clearance views, interruption spec, preview panel spec. Might want to do a similar one to that and like have an artifacts panel.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it's doing fine. Okay. The preview panel spec is the right pattern. Nice. I'll write the system test first. And let's see what we've got. And now this is going to be broadcast artifact creation. So looking at this, we have that. We visit the page. We create it. And now we expect the page to have the text Radiator Springs kickoff. And I kind of want the... Do we want to add a test that is like doesn't have it before it does this? Or we could at least...
I don't usually bother with that because...
Okay. So at minimum, then let's make sure first of all that it doesn't pass. Sorry, I think I...
Well, it's already gone on and...
wait.
The tests themselves and written the code to make it pass in the time that you were looking.
In the time that I was doing that. All right, so let's hold. It has lost its instruction from me. We don't want to do that for the moment. I'm going to stash those.
It did run the tests to make sure that they were failing. I'm pretty sure.
I just want to see it ourselves. No, I mean, you're totally right. Like it did. Awesome. So we have that, and looking at its panel, it's not here. Sweet. So let's grab that. We can delete the stash. So what did it do? It has the broadcasts too. Inserts by append in the show. We're turbo streaming now from the project. And now we have a partial. And in the partial, it has the DOM ID, so it can stream to it, and the artifact title there. And this, I kind of like the broadcasts higher, but go ahead. What were you going to say?
Can you go to the show? Okay, artifacts list. Okay.
So first of all, let's see our test again. The test passes. There's an order to these. I kind of like the broadcast at the top so it doesn't get like lost. So I'm just going to move it there. And then I want to see if it will, let's just try it also in real life. Can you create an artifact called, I don't know, let's call it, let me, so refreshed, we're here. Okay, so now, can you create an artifact called company name ideas and add, just see how smart it is. Okay, and it appeared.
Sweet.
And company name ideas, Warby Worker. Play on Warby Parker, signals the class's e-commerce, the class e-commerce space, other ideas to be explored. Awesome. That was really impressive. I'm really happy about that. Let us go ahead then and commit this. So now they're appearing. Do we want to?
I think we want to be able to click on it and and view it.
Yep. I'm just gonna run the linter. And it corrected it, so let's fix that. I don't know why that got into that last one, but okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
Let's move on. A new failing test that that the list has hrefs to the actual artifacts, and another that viewing the artifact by ID shows something, shows
the content.
Sure. Title and content.
Yep.
All right. So let's start over here. Link to and show artifact contents. Also, while we're doing that, I just want to look at our layout. I'm pretty sure we have the turbomorphing in here. Ooh. Actually, I don't see it.
Do you need to add something to get turbomorphing? It's not just the...
I think if you don't do it, like we could try this again, and like we could look at the network. I feel like it is let's see, if it were reloading the panel, I don't know if it would reload the page. Let's come back to that later. But I do want to investigate that. Also, hang on. Hold up. Please add failing tests first, then wait for me to confirm. So, okay, good. I thought it had gone on. All right, so link seats artifact. So we create an artifact, and then we assert that there is an href to the ID, and then get another request spec, shows the title and project. So we create it, we create the project, we do a get, an okay, and both those things. I think that is good. Let's run those tests. All right, so our two failures. No route yet, which is good, and there was no element there. Cool. So I'm gonna stage those, and let's fix the href1. And now we'll start amending that commit.
One thing that I haven't quite figured out as it goes is with Turbo in general, and we have this problem with the chats as well. Like, technically, you can browse to the chat. So we're gonna have the same problem with artifacts. Like, you can browse just to the artifact if you knew the URL.
Yes.
And when someone does that, you in theory need to then be like, no, I'm not just gonna serve that.
Right.
I'm gonna do the entire frame.
Yes. Yeah. So for our viewers there, like basically you can get one of these panels handled by its own controller, and then you're like, well, now what?
And
do you have an idea?
Turbo does that. If you just render the whole entire thing, it identifies just the new piece and only does the new piece. but it seems wasteful to transfer the entire contents of this chat interface every time for just a piece of the page. This is a problem with like this kind of setup in general.
I'm with you. Definitely post stream. Let's take a look at the morphing, because I think it will be smart enough to just modify that part of the DOM and then be happy. All right, so it says it has fixed one. It is fixed. Good. Okay. So awesome. So it fixed the route. Let's take a look at that. So before we had just our title, and now we have the link to the title. And then we are passing. I'm having trouble. Like, what is it doing?
That's
what
just
is
a feature of Rails. You can pass that, and it will make it into a route, a URL.
Okay. Cool.
It's a little esoteric,
I see.
Many people prefer using the routes helpers.
Yeah. Instead of doing that, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like basically link to like the artifact show path, pass it the artifact.
Right.
Yeah. I'm either way.
I'm fine leaving it that way.
Okay. Let's do it then. And so we have that part, and now it has added the route, and so now we have so we're not getting route error. Now we're getting there's no show route, so that is also fine. So now let's do add artifacts, controller, show. Sweet. So one thing I'm going to also want it to do is mirror this structure for what we have for our artifacts controller. So it has added the show route. Let's just take a look at the controller also. I think that feels fine to me. It's not doing anything fancy. There's nothing else. And then now we have our new show view, content for title, the title, simple format, the content. Let's also just take a look at it in person.
It should be rendered as Markdown.
Okay, instead of simple format.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look in the message partial for the.
Let me just reassure it. I want to do two things. So one, can you look at the other artifacts controller tests and mirror the structure for the show route? While it's doing that, you were saying for the Markdown, where to look for that one?
I think it's in the message view partial.
Oh, so sorry. I'm like, it really doesn't like me here. Okay. And Sonata.
I guess go to chats show. Oh, and then the conversation.
Cool.
Oh, I guess then there's an assistant, so it's the assistant partial, I believe. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, render Markdown message content.
Okay, so it's just render Markdown.
Sweet. All right, let's hold that for a second. Let me see what it has done for our tests. So it has added other mirror things. It redirects a sign-in when not authenticated. It denies access to user outside the org. And now it has updated that to project's artifact path. Sure. That is correct. Yeah, I'm not sure why it originally had that. So I'm going to amend the show here. And then now, that's fine. This is just unrelated change while we're here. And then, do you want to test for that, or do you just want to add it to that? How do you feel there? Like in terms of like covering regressions?
To be honest, I forgot what we did as you were doing all like what did we have?
We have the markdown. We're going to add
Okay.
render markdown. So before I apply this to
yeah, I would probably have a view spec that.
Yeah. For the artifact content page that it's markdown. Okay. And let's just see, like, I don't think we've gotten like a lot of view tests, and we might not have one for messages, but let's do a quick check. So within chats, actions and status, within messages. Oh, we do. Yeah. Awesome.
Good old Steve.
Yeah. Good job, Steve. This is actually good. I kind of, maybe it will, let's see what it did. And I might tell it to, if it didn't follow all that. Yeah. Sorry, where was that? That was...
It was the messages view spec.
Thank you. I'll just jump back to it.
Or it's the assistant view spec.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Not messages helper. No, I'm not sure why. Let's see what it does. Okay. Good. Good. So over here we had an it renders and no dangerous, and tool containers don't apply. Renders as markdown, does not render dangerous HTML.
Cool.
Awesome. So let's amend that. And I am not going to do the mirror. I'm not going to literally go through and review that right now, but it seems solid. Go green. And now we would expect to see the change of simple format to render markdown. And let's run our tests. And let's look at it. Pretty. Assumptions board. And that. Okay.
Cool.
So
can we get it to load inside the frame quickly?
Let's try.
The panel.
Let's try the view of the artifact details to load inside its panel instead of a new view.
Should we say that we want to morph the title from the list into the title of the document?
Sure, we could do that. And just to be clear, were you talking about this part here?
What I envision is when you click on company name ideas, it should morph company name ideas into that.
Yeah.
So that it like goes up and fills the panel.
Yeah. Are you saying you think it it did something? Let's see now. Nope. Okay. Let's hard reload here. Okay, so yeah, it's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what the change was. So
Yeah, it introduced a turbo frame which to load artifacts into.
nice. And now we have the turbo frame tag,
which makes sense, but it's not what I would ultimately envision.
What were you thinking?
That it would that when you click into one, it takes over the whole panel and has like a back button.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Let's tell it that.
So I would explicitly mention morphing at this point. This is the kind of thing where it's not worth the time. Like if we know what we want to do in terms of technology,
Yeah. Let's make sure it understands. Let's see if it gets to a working solution. Then if it does that, let's add a test for that, and then we'll run it without the changes and then put the changes back. And I think that's probably pretty solid, a solid place to end for today.
Yeah,
But
we don't
first,
have a lot of specs for the JavaScript behavior in the application.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is really, it's going deep. While it is thinking, I'm gonna also. So
I think this is
I'm gonna
fine
at
to
least
commit.
say,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So load artifacts inline. So again, we have a turbo frame tag. All right, so that was all the original there. This combination has a couple of real forks that change the implementation. One of them risks disturbing the chat panel. Okay, here we go. So we want to options, scope morphing to the artifacts frame only. And I believe that is what we want. Page refresh morphing. Yeah, I don't think I want that. And then my instinct is this first one, but where are you?
Yes, I think that is what we want.
All right. Oh, when the detail view takes over the panel, how should the back button return to the list? Adds an index that renders just the list frame, or reuse a shared list partial, back reloads the frame from the abstract.
A shared list partial.
This one here. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on one sec.
I think I say
we want to morph back to the list. By the way, I think we eventually should introduce an ask user question tool to ReadySetGo. And I think that will be one of the ways in which we get it to only ask one question at a time. But also it makes it so that you don't need to type in your answers all the time.
Do you mean for the app or do you mean for developing the app?
I mean for the app.
Okay. Sorry, it threw me for a second. So with that as the tool, tell me more.
That it would be, we didn't type in the, like, we could have just we just chose the list. I'm not sure what's, like, a tool to ask the user questions so that you can only ask one question at a time, and so that you can choose your responses by clicking them.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Not that it would do like every question, you're saying, just that it has the ability to do this this kind of thing where it's like, I don't know, is it the marketing? Is it the money? Is it the experience?
Right.
So you can just click on those. Yeah, okay. No, totally. Okay. Sorry. It is still thinking here pretty hard. I believe in you, Claude. Mostly. Okay. Awesome. Well, now it's adding a system test. So good work. So let's I don't know. Let's see what it created. So we create it, blah, blah, blah. We visit it. We click the link. We expect it to have those things. We click link back, and we expect it to have Radiator Springs kickoff. Oh, right. It does check that it doesn't have the link so that it's truly replaced that. And now it is going ahead and doing the changes, even though I told it not to. Very, very upset here. For the sake of time, though, add a check that the content is gone when you click back. So what I'm going to do here is, because I really want to see this, so we have our one test, and I am going to, good. Okay, so we now have CSS and then no link, and now we have the link and no CSS. And okay, so what I'm going to do, first of all, let's run that test. Artifacts panel spec. Okay, I want to see this also in person. Does that work? We keep our header.
Yep.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, I don't know about animation. I've never done that before. My understanding is it's possible. But
all right, I want to run that test to make sure it fails with nothing there and how it fails. Okay, good. And now, so now we have an index route, but like there's some things here that, like, okay, now we have an untested index route, request spec wise. This seems fine for that last commit. So our show now renders the part. We render that there. The panel has a turbo frame tag. That has that. And show has the back. So like all that is happy. Let's have it do that. Also, so that gives us our route, and now we'll wait for those tests. And redirects to sign in, checks the org, lists the artifacts. There we go. That makes me feel much better. We can do the same thing there, but also know like we are about 10 over.
yeah.
So I will double check that afterwards. Is there anything else we want to do before the end of today's? I guess you just mentioned
no.
animations. We could try that real fast if you want.
If you
Or do you
want.
want to call it?
I don't. It's a yeah. Let's do.
All right. The swap between.
Can we animate the swap?
I want to artifact the swap. Just using the same word over and over again, and then it's the only word available. Interesting. So it is look at our animation CSS, which has stuff in it. Okay, not much though.
Right.
Nothing that's going to help it. And if we look at and if we go to the reference, I'm trying to remember where this might be. I don't know. Let's go up to the navigate, smooth refreshes.
I think it's come alive. Smooth page refreshes with morphing.
Oh, so morphing, scroll, turbo frames, broadcasting, exclude turbo frames.
Yeah, I could be wrong that animation's not built in and that you need to do something.
There's definitely a way. Let's see what it has changed. So, oh boy. All right, so it is adding a new CSS, and I guess we'll have to review this part.
It's fine.
And it is adding that class there, and then the show. All right, let's see what it feels like. I'm gonna do a reload. Well, it's decent. It's something. It's better than the hard click. There's a little weird like whoop where it zooms up that I might like tweak before we commit, but at least that's nicer than not.
I mean, what I ultimately envision is that what we're actually seeing here is like a list of cards. Each artifact is a card.
Sure.
And that when you click the card, it actually like zooms to fill the whole space.
Yeah, like the card expands into this panel for sure. Yeah, that would be really nice.
Cool. Well, we made good progress today, and our assumptions about just adding the tools and it automatically using them were correct. So that's nice. Next week, we are off for the Juneteenth holiday in the US. So I don't know if we will have a stream. I guess it depends if some of our European colleagues pick up the stream and do one a little earlier in the day. But otherwise, we'll be back a week after next. Anything else, Lewis?
No, this was super fun. I don't know, my biggest takeaway from today was how easy it was to just bring those tools in and have the agent recognize how to use them like so fluidly. And the second part, I haven't actually experienced the feel of going through the sprint. And yeah, that was really impressive. Thank you, Kevin, again for all the care that you put into building this particular skill.
So as always, if you're looking for someone to help you build an application or to improve an existing one, you can just go to thoughtbot.com and click on that Hire Us button. Get in touch. We're more than happy to have a quick conversation with you to talk through it. Until next time, we're Chad and Lewis from Thoughtbot, and we'll see you later.
Bye, all.